Theater in the Bush returns Saturday night in the Yukon. This is its 15th year. Visual and performing artists create original pieces of work, then perform them in the woods south of Whitehorse. The show has become one of the hottest tickets in town. The CBC's George Maratos ventured into the woods to meet the show's creator.
Theater in the Bush is an event that takes place where I live, on the 2.5 acres around this property. And we invite 7 artists to come and do a performance. And they draw a location from the hat, and then they have 1 week to make their show in that spot. Then the audience comes on the night. We divide the audience into groups, and then they go around and they see those 7 shows over the course of the night. This is the map of all of the locations for Theater in the Bush. And this is where all the performances happen. And the audience spends 10 minutes at each of these locations. They have a guide. The guide takes them to a location. We hear the bell ring. The audience sees a 10-minute show, and then we hear the bell ring and the show is over. Then they walk to the next spot. Just wanting to do something really close to home because we had 2 young kids and I didn't want to go too far, but I also needed to get back to work. And so I invited some friends over to do a performance and gave them 5 tickets each, and they gave those tickets away, and those were our first performers and our first audience.
I've noticed a lot of extension cords. Like, seriously, how many of these things do you need to power Theater in the Bush?
A lot. Everything comes from the house. So all the extension cords get plugged into the house, and every location has light or sound requirements. So yeah, we have hundreds, literally hundreds of feet of extension cords. This is my life. We just thought it would be a one-off, but here we are 15 years later.
It's not a one-off. Like, how popular has this become?
Super popular. Yeah, we used to do tickets as first come, first serve, but we've had to since switch to a lottery system because hundreds of people would like to come. And we just really just want to do it for one night. And that's for me, that's part of the magic of it. It is really the best. Yeah, I just love it. And I get to spend, I clock my kilometers on my phone, and I end up walking like 15 kilometers a day in the week leading up to the show, just around here, like just just around this little piece of property. They come 1 week before the performance and they draw their location out of the hat, and then they have 1 week to make their show, and there's an energy to that. So, over the course of that week, they're building up, they're thinking about the audience, they're thinking about how am I going to interact with the audience. It's not like the black box theater show where everyone is facing in one direction. You can totally play with the conventions of theater. It's kind of a little bit out of your comfort zone. It's a little bit of a walk in the woods, but then it's also like you get to see a performance that was created in a very short time. We never created it with the intention of it being a moneymaker or it being, success wasn't our final goal. It was just to entertain ourselves. So I think that bringing that joy to it and sort of that intention to it has been part of it. The success of it is that our final goal is just to have a good time.